What's happening, guys? My name is Weds, and today I have another video for you for Monster Hunter Rise. And this video is about some very important settings that you need to set up your games, that way you can have a better time. In any case, I'm enjoying the hell out of some Monster Hunter Rise, but one thing for sure that I was not enjoying is the way weapons behave while you are in combat. Now, if we go to the settings real quick, just go to the cogwheels, just go to options, and then we're gonna go to controls, and then we're gonna go to Sheathe settings. Now, as you can see, mine is on manual Sheathe. That's the way you definitely want that, because when you get the game, it is actually on auto Sheathe. What that does is just whenever you pull out your weapons, if you're not using the weapon, then it puts it away automatically, and sometimes it does it without you even knowing why you're in middle of combat. So you don't want that. So you want to make sure that you put it on manual Sheathe. That way you can put the weapon away whenever you want to, and you can pull it out whenever you want to. That way you're not worried about all that annoying stuff. Now that I show you some quality of life stuff, now let's go back to the settings again. Let's go to cogwheels, options, and now we are in the game settings. Now in the game settings, there are a lot of options that you can mess around with to make it the way you want it. Now one of the ones, the first is the HUD settings. Now if we go in there, as you can see, these are all the things that you see on screen. So if there are some of them that you don't want to see, to make space on your screen, that way it's not too cluttered, then this is where you can just uncheck it. So if you don't want the clock, you can do that. And then if you don't want the health gauge, now as you can see me going down, it shows you everything, which part of the screen that we are on. So you can see it's highlighted in yellow, so you can see those. If you don't want them there, then you can just unclick it. Like for instance, I don't want the party info. That's because I'm playing solo right now, so it just takes away the name. Like as you can see right now, so if I show you here, now my pet's name, they would have been up there. But if I go in there and then go to the settings and then go to options, and then in the game setting, while I am in the HUD settings, I can just put it on or I can put it off. Right now, as you can see right here, it's showing up there, but that's taking space on the screen where I can see other things. So that's why you want to just check it out that way. If you don't want that, then just take it off. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and I'm just gonna get rid of that. But if there are some other things that you don't want to see on there, you just take them off and you should be good to go. Now the next thing that we're gonna go into is the map. Now as you can see, the map right here, it is set up on general map. Now some people don't like general map, they want the detail map. So if you want the detail map, you will see more things while you are on the map. I will show you when we get to that part what the detail map and then the general map does. For me personally, I like the general map, so that's why mine is on general map. So that's how I like it, and I will tell you why I like this better when we get to that part in the combat area. Now another settings that you should pay attention to, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but for me the player silhouette is a very good option that you need to pay attention to whether you want it or not. So for this one, mine is on type 3, but you can get different ones because it's just the color is different. What that does is that, so when you are fighting, like for instance, you can just switch the camera view. Like sometimes you have a monster that just charge you and just you get stuck into the wall, you don't know what to do. But if you have the silhouette, you can know exactly where you're at and what you're doing. You can still take action for what you are trying to do. So that's what that does for you. Now there are a lot of other options that you can go through and then just make the changes if you so choose, but those ones that I just mentioned is what I wanted to talk about. In any case, so let's go back to controls. Now in the controls, there are some options that you can use to make life a lot better for you. Like for instance, the buttonhole settings. Now normally it is on medium. Now what that does, when you want to call out your pet, now for instance, if I want to call out the pet, now you can see the amount of time it takes to actually call out the pet, whereas if I put it on short, it would be a lot different. So let's go back to the settings, options, and controls and buttonhole. So I'm gonna put it on short. Now that I have it on short, now if I call out my pet, it goes a lot faster. So that's the reason why you have this that way. So I'm just gonna dismount and then go back to the settings again. Now another settings that I want to talk about is this one right here, buttons for Wyvern riding. So I would suggest that you put it on this one right here. It says weapon sheath. What that does for you when you're trying to ride a monster, you have plenty of time to actually continue doing damage to the monster, instead of if you have it the other way, then whatever attack that you do, then it's gonna go and start riding the monster. So make sure you put this on whatever button that you have for your system, and then weapon shift. This is the better option that you need to use. Now that's all I wanted to talk about. The controls, you can just go around and mess around with all of them to see which one that you want. So now let's go back to the camera. There's some very important settings there. So now if I go there, go all the way to the bottom, and we have the camera distance. Now as you can see right here, it is on 0 by default, but you can just change this to 100. Now as you can see, when we put it all the way to 100, you can see that the camera kind of zoomed out, and you have more of the screen that you can see from your left and right, and that way you can control this a lot better. So once you confirm this, then you make sure you keep it on 100, so it's gonna be better for you. All right, now that I show you some settings that you need to actually take care of, now let's go to see this guy right here. Now the courier is a guy that you want to check out as soon as possible, because you're gonna have some goodies from this guy. So you go there and then go to add-on, and then when you go to add-on, it's gonna check. And then if you never picked them up before, then you can come here and then see on the bottom where it says accept all. Just press that button that would accept all. If there are add-ons that you need to have, all those things right here, as you can see, there are 7 pages of things that you can get, and then one of them is a set of gear. So let's go right here. Once is the gear that you see me wearing right here, I get this from this guy, otherwise you would be having something else. So if we go in here for the item box, and then we're just gonna go change equipment, and then in here you can see I have the guild cross set. So if I go in here, I can show you exactly what I have equipped. Now compared to this one that you have when you start the game, you can see the difference is in the defense that you have. So if you can see right here, I have defense 1, and then on this set I have 24 defense. That's a big one. Now there's nothing wrong with this one if you want it, because there are some things that you can see in there that's probably different from what you have on the guild course set. So if I go here, and you can see right here, there's a lot of things that you have as benefit for equipping this gear. And don't forget to make sure that you equip the talisman, because you also get this from the download that you get from the courier. Now that I show you how to get some free stuff, so let's show you to get some more free stuffs. We're gonna go take a shortcut. As you can see on the bottom where it says move around the village, this is where you can change this. That way what you gotta do, just press on the D-pad, and then you can just move around wherever you want to. So now we're gonna go to the plaza. Now inside the plaza, there's a lot of NPC that you can talk to, but one that is important that I want to show you first is going by this tree right here. So it is not a secret, every veteran knows about it, so I'm just going to show you about it. That way you know you can check this out as often as possible. That way you can get yourself some free stuff. So if we go all the way up there, and you can see, as you can see on this nest right here, I can just pick up all these items for free. Now you can come and check this every time you came from a hunt, and then you will get some stuff waiting for you. All this stuff, a lot of important stuff now you can use for crafting, so you need to check because it is just free. Now another important area inside the plaza, now I'm not saying all of them are not important, but another important area is the training area. You can come here to this boat right here, and then you just move inside and you are in the training area. As you remember when I started the video, this is where we were. Now the reason why you want to come in here is because you have so many weapons that you can use, and so if you train with those weapons, then you'll be better off when you are doing a hunt. Like for instance, if I go in here, go to the hunter's note, and then I'm gonna go to the weapons control. As you can see, there are 14 weapons that you can use in this game that you get from the get-go, and so you don't know which one to choose. But so the best thing you can do is just pick one and then just go train with it. That way you can get familiarized with the weapons, and when you go on a hunt, then you have a better time. So like me, for instance, I try a few of those weapons until I decided this is the one that is best for me, the dual blades. So as you can see right here, it shows you where the controls are, and you can just go through them, and that way you know exactly what to do. But you have a training area. All you gotta do, just start training. You know, you get all the combo that you can do. Just go in and just start using them on this dummy guy right here. Just do the combo the way they show you, and that way when you go on the actual hunt, then you can use those moves that you learn. Now, I'm not gonna go through everything inside the plaza. You can just go in and just talk to everybody, but I will talk about the buddy handler right here. For this NPC right here, this is where you can hire a pet, and you can also scout a buddy. So what that does, when you scout a buddy, what it does, you can just choose what kind of pet or buddy that you want. Like for instance, if I go here, I'm going to change the criteria, and I'm going to come here and I'm just going to go to set the criteria, and then here I'm just going to go to support type, and then you can choose gathering or bombardier or whichever one that you want. That you can just read what it says, and then you can select that. And then once you do that, then the next time you come around, then you're gonna have this one that you choose waiting for you, so you can actually get what you're looking for. Now for instance, because I set mine up the last time for bombardier, so when I go here, just hire one of those, and so I go to palicos. As you can see, I have 7 available. So every time that you set this up, when you come back, there's going to be 7 of this type of the one that you choose that's going to be available. All you got to do is just pick one, just read what it says, what kind of action they have, and then you just pick one for whatever cost that may be. For this one, it's 400. This one is 400, but this one right here is 600. So this must be the better version, but you just got to check for it and see if that is exactly what you're looking for. And then once you get that, then you'll be able to use them whenever you want. So you just got to pay a little bit of change for it, and then you just do what it says, and you should be good to go. Now I say I'm not gonna go to all of them, but this NPC right here is very important if you want to use her to actually send your submarine to go and pick up some stuff for you. So basically all you do is just go to the order and then just make a request, whatever it is that you want. Since I already have one on request, I can't show you right now and choose it, but it's the matter of you pick some kind of materials, resources that you want, and then you just confirm it, and then it was gonna send your submarine on a mission for you, and then it's gonna bring the stuff that you ordered. So that's what this is all about. Now the last guy in here is this guy right here. So this guy is just train your pets. Basically you come in here, and then if you want a pet to be trained, and you just go in here, you select the pet, whether it's the palicos or the other one, and then you just pick whoever, and then once you're done, you just confirm it, and then it'll start training that guy for you. So basically the guy that you see out here, my guy right here, is getting trained, and then eventually he's gonna rank up to a different level. So mine start at 5, then eventually by the time I get him, it's probably like 12 or something. So that's what this is all about. That way, the higher the level, the more powerful they are. So when you take them and hunt, then they'll be able to help you a lot better. Now here talking about quest, there are some people asking questions about the quest. As you can see right there where it says village progress, I got 2-star key quest completion. It says got 3 quests remaining. Some people are asking what is that all about. So basically there are 3 quests that you need to do, at 2-star level. As you know, there are 1-star, there are 2-stars, so the higher the star, the more difficult the quest is going to be. So right now, if I go in there talking to her, and then I can check out the village quest. As you can see, there are some 2-star right here, and there's a bunch of them. When I complete 3 of those, then I will complete my obligation, and then I'll start ranking up my hunter. So that's what this is all about. So they give you a lot of options, so you just pick the ones that you want. So I already did 1 of those, so I can do 2 or 3 more, and then I will complete the obligation so I can just progress. Now, in the beginning, I talk about the map option. As you can see right here, right now, I am on detail map. Now, let's go to the option so I can show you what we're talking about. So we go to the game option and game settings, and we're gonna go to the map. So as you can see right here, it is on detailed map. So that's what you see right here. Now, if I put it on general map, go with this, and then this is what you have. I like this option better because I can see where I am on the map, and I can see where I need to go because I can see more of the map. Now, some people like the detailed version because it's shorter, but you can still go and pull this up so you can see where you're going and then just put it away. But I like to have this the way it is. It doesn't bother me, but some people like the other way. So that's what I was talking about when I say the detail versus the general map. But it's up to you how you want to change it, and I'm sure either way you will be fine. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is when you go right here. So if I pull the map, as you can see, if I go to the detailed map right here, you can see on the left side, the top left side, I have fast travel, main camp, and sub camp. So that's because I have 2 different campsite or campfire that I can use to actually fast travel. So right now we are at the bottom. So if I want to go to the other one, I press A, and I want to go to the sub camp, which is this one that I discovered not too long ago. I have a video about this, so if you want to know how to get this, then I will leave a link in the description for you. So if I want to go to the sub camp, it's gonna take me on the other side of the area. And as you can see, I am in a different camp right here. I'm on top of mountains and stuff like that. So if we were to check out the location of stuff that I'm looking for, this is a fast way to actually travel. But in any map that you discover in the game, you can actually find a sub camp. That way you can travel to area a lot faster than you need. So that's all So that's what this is all about. In any case, that's all we have for today, guys. Hopefully something was helpful to you. So if you find anything helpful, so don't forget to leave a like, comment, leave an emoji or whatnot. I will be most appreciative. Thanks again for watching.